Hi everyone, in this video I'm going to show you how to add a gradient background to your captions in Premiere Pro. To do this, we'll upgrade our captions to graphics, duplicate them, and apply the ramp effect to create the gradient. If you need help creating your captions in the first place, watch this tutorial linked here first. So to begin, assuming you've got your captions ready, add a background to your captions. If you already have a background, feel free to skip ahead to step 2 using the timestamps below. So to add a background, double-click on any caption to open the Properties panel. Then highlight all your captions you'd like to add a background to, and in the Properties panel, enable the background. Don't worry about the color of the background at this point. The ramp effect, which we'll use for our gradient, will overwrite any background color. Set the background opacity to 100%. You can change the opacity later in the Effects Control panel, but starting with the opacity at 100% I find works best. Then adjust the background size to your liking. I'm setting mine to 26.1. You might also want to remove any shadow in your text, as this is often not required when using a background. Following on, select all captions you want to apply a gradient to. Go to Graphics and Titles and click Upgrade Captions to Graphics. Next in your timeline, select all the upgraded graphics and duplicate them onto the layer above. Then double-click on any graphic in the top layer to open the Properties panel, and highlight all the graphics on this layer and turn off the background in the Properties panel. Now we'll create our gradient on the graphics on the layer below, using the ramp effect. To do this, go to the Effects panel and search for Ramp, and drag and drop the ramp effect onto the longest text background in the bottom layer. Applying the ramp to the longest text background ensures the gradient fits all your text boxes. For very short text backgrounds, you might want to adjust the gradient slightly, but I find this approach works well for most cases. Next, select the graphic with the ramp effect and open the Effects Control panel, and set the two colors you want in your gradient by adjusting the start and end colors within the ramp effect. For example, I'll use an orangey color for the start and a pinky color for the end. Color codes for all gradients in this tutorial will be listed in the video description, including gradients shown in the intro. Feel free to copy and paste them as needed. Then choose your gradient style. You can choose between linear, a straight gradient, and radial, a circular gradient. Play around with both to see which you prefer. I'm keeping mine on linear. Now if you select the ramp effect here, in the program window, you'll see the start and end points for the gradient. Click and drag these points to adjust the look of your gradient. For this tutorial, I'll place the start color on the left and the end color on the right of my background shape. Once you're happy with your gradient, right-click on the ramp effect in the Effects Control panel and select Copy. Then highlight all the graphics on the same track, go to Edit and click Paste to apply the gradient across all of them. Finally, if you want to adjust the opacity of your gradient, select your graphic in the lower layer and go to the Effects Control panel and scroll down to Opacity and adjust it to your liking. I'll set mine to 75%. Then right-click on the adjusted opacity setting and choose Copy. Then select all the other graphics on this track and go to Edit and click Paste. And that's it. You've successfully added a gradient background to your captions in Premiere Pro. If you've any questions at all, please ask in the comments. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe for more content just like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.